Be clever enough to seek advice, but discerning enough to choose trustworthy sources. This content is for entertainment purposes only. Are you getting good advice, or is this just blah, blah, blah? Advice comes at you fast, from friends, family, and strangers. But how do you separate the wisdom from the noise? The voices just keep getting louder and louder. We live in an age of overload, with social feeds, headlines, and well-meaning friends. The more voices you hear, the harder it gets to decide. When everyone has an opinion, silence is rare and clarity is even rarer. Here's why seeking guidance matters. First, seeking guidance is smart. Don't get it twisted. Asking for advice is usually wise. Second, it shows a willingness to learn. Third, you don't have to carry the weight of every decision alone. But never take advice blindly. It can steer you way off course. But just what makes advice trustworthy? Trustworthy advice comes from experience, knowledge, and genuine care. It's offered not to show off, but to help you. Take counsel from someone who's been where you are, or close enough to understand the problem. You must embrace the role of judging well. Really, discernment is your best filter. Although they're very important, credentials aren't everything. Look a little deeper. Does this person live by what they say? Do their actions really match their words? Their consistency over time goes a really long way. Discernment is not cynicism, it's clarity with compassion. Choosing experienced advisors matters a lot. So please choose your advisors with care. Pick mentors who've walked the road you're on. People whose scars prove survival and whose lessons came at a cost. Their words carry the weight of truth, not just opinion. Also, you want to learn to recognize the red flags. Beware advice wrapped in jealousy, manipulation, or self-interest. If the advice benefits them more than it helps you, step back. Not every voice deserves space in your decisions. Some voices don't want you to grow. They want you to remain small. Remember, trusted advice builds confidence. You'll know the difference when advice comes from someone in your corner. It doesn't confuse, it clears the fog. It strengthens your resolve, sharpens your path, and inspires action. The right voice at the right time can change everything. It's good to know your role in the process. You know, your growth depends on your choices. In the end, advice is only as powerful as your ability to choose wisely. Growth comes from listening, filtering, and acting with clarity. You are the gatekeeper. You decide what enters your mind and what's left outside. The lesson to learn is, be clever enough to seek advice, but discerning enough to trust only what aligns with truth and integrity. That choice will shape your future.
PSD